Welcome to the ultimate guide to entire PTE module tips and tricks in just 20 minutes. Before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. And anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. If you've left a WhatsApp link, you can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. The trick number 1 is about PTE Read aloud. Remember not to impress the software. The most important factor here is just be bland, meaning emotionless. Try to speak continuous. There should not be any fumbles. Skip any difficult word if you wish. Let me now show you a wrong way to do the PTE Read aloud. Cycling is more than just a mode of transportation. It's an invigorating way to improve your physical and mental well-being. Whether you are commuting to work, exploring nature, or just enjoying, cycling offers numerous benefits. Well, that's not the right way to do it. So what is the right way to do it? Cycling is more than just a mode of transportation. It's an invigorating way to improve your physical and mental well-being. Whether you're commuting to work, exploring nature, or just enjoying a leisurely ride, cycling offers numerous benefits. If you speak like this, you will bag that 35 marks towards your reading and 35 marks towards your speaking from the PTE Read aloud. Second trick is about repeat sentence. Remember, it's always the fluency that wins over the content. Don't try too hard for the content, try hard for the fluency. Speak to your capacity. If your capacity is 6 words, then speak 6 words. If your capacity is 7 words, speak 7 words. There is no need to speak entire audio. Whether you speak full or speak first 60-70%, you get the same marks. But remember, the fluency is the key. So if this is the audio, the city is buzzing with new cafes and restaurants that it seems so flawless. If you speak something like this, the city is buzzing with new cafes, you probably will get full marks. If you don't want to risk it, you can speak a little further. The city is buzzing with new cafes and restaurants. Well, this is the way to do in the repeat sentence. Listen less, speak fluently. You shall have a very good score in your listening and speaking, because repeat sentence contributes 30 to listening and 30 to speaking. Remember this. The trick number 3 is to click the next button in your PTE speaking immediately once you finish speaking. Why? Because if you don't click the next button immediately, let's say you finished your read aloud and you waited 1 second over, second, third second. After that, the microphone is supposed to turn off. But what if people shouting at the top of their voice? There is a high possibility that their voice will be recorded. In order not to get into such mess and get a very low score, the moment you finish speaking, click the next button immediately. It will again ask you, are you sure you want to go to next question? Click yes and move to next question so that you don't get into all this mess. The trick number 4 is not to close your eyes in your PTE repeat sentence. Remember, in your PTE repeat sentence, most probably there won't be any beep sound, meaning you would not be notified as to when the mic is on. Let's say there's an audio, please come to the next seminar properly prepared. After this, immediately the mic will not be on. Most probably they'll give you 1 or 2 seconds buffer time. It says recording beginning in 1, beginning 0, and then a blue bar will come. You have to speak once you see that word recording out there, or 1 blue bar. If you speak before that, because you're closing your eyes trying to understand what they spoke, and then just spoke immediately once the audio ended, nothing will be recorded. Remember to speak only when you see the blue bar or only when you see the recording. It's very, very crucial. For this, you're not supposed to close your eyes in repeat sentence. Trick number 5 is about describe image. Remember, keywords are not a priority. Do not assume a good keyword gives you more marks. Remember to use a template which has less data to fill in describe image, because the more you fill, there are high chances that you fumble. If you fumble, marks will go down. It's an image. A software cannot understand what is present inside an image. It's only your eyes trying to interpret. This is important. This particular thing is important. But software, oblivious to the fact of this, would need only your fluency. To get that fluency, if you look into the image and speak, it won't be possible to give a great fluency. So stop looking into the image so deeply. Use a template, put 1 or 2 keywords and not more than that. Focus more on the fluency than the content. You shall have a good score in your describe image towards your PTE speaking. The trick number 6 is about Ret Lecture. Remember to keep your pen's cap closed after writing the notes in the Ret Lecture. In the Ret Lecture, there could be 1 or 2. If there are 2 Ret Lectures, after the first Ret Lecture, you would have taken some notes. But if you forgot to put the cap back into the pen ink would dry up before you start writing the next one. When such a thing happens, when you start writing using the pen, nothing will write over there. Then you raise your hand and ask the invigilator to come. Probably she would take another 30-40 seconds. During that time, entire audio is over and you will face heavy consequences because of this. Keep the cap closed all the time so that the ink will not dry up. As a result, you will be able to take notes whenever you want. The trick number 7, if someone is literally screaming at the top of their voice, raise your hand and complain to the invigilator. Also inform the invigilator that once he or she leaves, this person would again scream and ask the invigilator to stay there. This is very, very important. If a person is speaking at the moderate voice or little high tone, it's totally fine. But if the person is really screaming, definitely the noise cancellation, what it can do, it cannot do some magic. So obviously your marks will go down. Only in case if people are screaming, so in such a scenario, raise your hand, let the invigilator come there and inform the invigilator that this person is screaming, and the moment you go inside, this person would again start screaming. So request them to stay there for at least 5 or 10 minutes so that this person would shut his mouth. The trick number 8 is the most important trick. Summarize written text. Use this to write the essay template. Summarize written text is a very easy one. You know the strategy. Take any 2 sentences, full sentences, between them, comma, and in the end, full stop. This will take probably 3-4 minutes to write and not more than that. But summarize written text gives you 10 minutes. So what to do with the remaining time? 5 or 6 minutes will be left. Start typing your essay template. You can type all, and then once you're about to go to the next question, that is essay writing, select this essay template and cut it. There will be a cut option. You cut it and click the next button. Only summarize written text answer will be used and not your essay template. Since you have used the option called cut, the entire essay template would be stored in the cache. So once you go to the next question in your essay writing, if you click on the paste, ideally it should work. For some it has worked, for some it has not. I'm not sure about the exact reason, but most probably it should work. This way, if you have a typing problem, if you are a slow typer, you can use this method to come out of this. The trick number 9, after your essay writing, if you click the next button, immediately a reading timer starts, but you will be reading some instructions. It's all the bogus information. You don't need to read the instruction. Timing is the crucial factor as far as your reading is concerned. The moment you click the next button of your essay writing, the reading will come. Immediately click next button and move to the first question. Don't keep reading the instructions. It is of no use. Trick number 10, reading, writing, fill in the blanks. Make sure to use grammar and collocation both. Let me just show you a small demo. So you can just pause the video and try doing it. Once done, resume the video to understand how I interpret these blanks and show you the correct answers within seconds. Let's understand. The global shift towards renewable energy is gaining momentum. Gaining momentum is positive. After that, the next line says there are significant challenges is negative. One is positive, one is negative. It should be at, not hence or whereas. Whereas will come in a different aspect. First one is at. One major issue is the inconsistency of the renewable energy resources. The next line says solar and wind power are dependent on weather conditions. Inconsistency of renewable energy resources. You have an example. Yes, for example, solar and wind energy are not available all the time. So for example is properly fitting in, or for instance, we go to the last one. We will not read all the things in the middle. Directly we will come. In addition to these technical, so we have already read the problem. So it's going to be technical details, technical moderators, technical people. No, it's technical hurdles. That's a collocation. So this way you got to mix the grammar, collocation, and if it's not working with the grammar and collocation, then only you're going to read, get the context, understand, and then solve it. So you're going to apply this method of grammar and collocation to solve it in less than 30-40 seconds. Remember this. Trick number 11, this is for your reading, fill in the blanks. Do the math. Remember to use a bottom-up approach when confused. So what is this bottom-up approach? I'm going to give you a small question on my screen. Pause the video and do it, and then resume the video to understand what I meant by bottom-up approach. As dash of photographers, this is a very easy one. People would write as hordes of photographers or number of photographers began dash on. So this is where the trick comes. People would end up choosing began fighting on a small rural community. If you choose fighting for the second one, then by the time you come to the fourth one, have been dashed back, now you're not sure what to use. Whereas fighting should have gone to fourth one. So in order to escape from all these traps, what you got to do whenever you have doubt, leave it empty. Very simple way to do the mathematics. As hordes of photographers, hordes is first one. Hordes of photographers began dash. I leave it empty because I'm getting confused. On a small rural community to capture it. Dash autumnal colors. Colors always go with vibrant. So third one is vibrant. Vibrant colors. Local residents have been dashed back. You fight back. Fighting back is a collocation. So fourth one goes to the fight back. So the second one going to be descend on, descend on. So this is the way you're going to do it. The first is as hordes of photographers. Second is descending on. Third is vibrant colors. Fourth is fighting back. The last one, dash by. I'm struck by your beauty. It's a collocation. So struck by. So when you apply the bottom up approach, meaning you leave it empty and continue and then come back from bottom to the top, there are high chances that you evade the traps. Remember to follow this technique in your reading, fill in the blanks. The trick number 12 is to skip, choose single answer and choose multiple answer in your PTE reading, because these are dummy modules. We have tried and tested this. Many students have got 90 even after skipping the meaning. Absolutely they don't know what they answered. Just randomly selected one answer for choose single answer. Randomly selected one answer for choose multiple answer and still got 90 out of 90 in PTE reading. So you can absolutely skip them. Don't practice and don't even give time in your exam for this 2 modules. The trick number 13 is towards reorder the paragraph. Remember, it's not a priority, good news. But you can have some rules and try to solve it in less than 1.5 minutes. If you get the answer in 1.5 minutes, well and good. If you're not getting it, well and good. Randomly select answer and move on to the next question. Let me also show you the 3 important rules of reorder in this video. The rule 1 is always full name to a short name. If the sentence is James Henry discovered the virus, the second sentence gonna be Henry was not sure of it. So in the first sentence you have full name James Henry, second sentence you have Henry. So it's full name that comes in the first line, the short name goes the second, not the vice versa. The second rule is first comes the noun, after that it leads to a pronoun. Let's look at this small example. James was responsible for it. You use the noun James and now second sentence gonna be he try to solve on his own. If you have a particular name and then he, she, some pronoun, a particular name gonna be in the first line, this pronoun gonna be in the second line. Remember this. The third rule is subject, object, subject. For any sentence you have subject, verb, object. If this is the rule, the second sentence subject will be the object of the previous sentence. So what do I mean by that? Look at this particular picture. Subject, object, subject. James decided to enter the city. James is the subject, decided is a verb. City is the object. Now city, the object of the first sentence, became the subject in the second sentence. The city was discovered in big fencing. So these are the patterns followed in most of the reorder. You just remember these 3 simple rules. Most likely you're gonna get full marks in your reorder. The trick number 14 is about summarize spoken text. Remember to take phrases instead of keywords. The key features of summarized spoken text is no spelling errors, absolutely no grammar errors. The strategy goes something like this. You listen for 5 seconds and write for 5 seconds. Don't write and listen at the same time. So this is going to be the template. The talk was about to write the first phrase. Firstly, the speaker talked about write the second phrase. Later, speaker said write the third phrase. Furthermore, the speaker provided imperative information on write the fourth phrase. In the end, speaker left an important note on write the fifth phrase. A phrase constitutes 4 or 5 words of a sentence. The trick number 15 is in your listening module, skip choose single answer, choose multiple answer, select missing word and highlight correct summary. All these are dummy modules. You spend a lot of time on this. You will not get time to solve your write from dictation. Write from dictation contributes more than 40 marks. All these do not contribute any marks, but there is a catch. While the audio gets played, you cannot click the next button because next button will be deactivated. So you listen to the audio. As soon as the audio ends, if you know the answer, select the answer. If you don't know the answer, still select a random answer and quickly move on, but don't spare extra 10 seconds or 20 seconds thinking what to answer for this particular question. This is so confusing, this or this, this or this. Nope. Click one and immediately move on. If you don't, you will face heavy loss because of missing one audio in your last write from dictation. The trick number 16 is about write from dictation. Remember, you can add extra words in your write from dictation. Something like this I've shown on my screen. He goes to market, markets every day, every space day, every day one word. Eat, eats, the mangoes, ye, the, and. So now what to add? Singular noun, plural noun. He eats mangoes. Is it mango or mangoes? Add both. Other than this, you can also add verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. He developed this project, developer, develops or developed. All 3 you add. If you have a problem in the spelling, add all the possibilities of spelling. 5 to 6 words you add extra, absolutely fine. It will not deduct your scores. Full stop, comma, absolutely no marks. If you want, you can put one dot in the end. Even if you don't put, it's absolutely fine. Capital letters, small letters, no marks. You can put all in caps, all in small, first letter capital, first letter small. All these don't matter. What matters is that word should match. If the exact word matches, one word will give you 1 mark towards your listening and the same word will give you 1 mark towards your writing. So if this is the audio.
The pandemic led to a significant increase in remote work across the globe.
So these are the correct answers. The first one, the pandemic led to a significant increase in remote work across the globe. 13 words are there. Even the below answer also gives you 13 out of 13. The pandemic, I wrote 2 different variations of spelling. One of them is the correct. Lead, led, let's, one of them is the correct. To a significant increase, increases, one of them is correct. In remote work, works across the globe, ye and the. All the words are matching, but I've just added extra words just to be on the safer side. You try this, definitely you will have increments in your writing and listening scores. Trick number 17, if you followed everything and still your speaking is less, try changing your pitch. Remember, software always gets attracted by a sharper tone. So if you are a male candidate with a heavy voice, meaning with a pitch of 100, 110, you have to thin it and get it to 140. Download voice pitch analyzer for Android phone or voice tools for iPhone. Click record and speak. thinner tone. Market research is a vital part, a little thinner so the pitch comes up. So if you are a female candidate and has a pitch of 150, 160, you got to bring it above 200 by thinning the tone. You try this, definitely you shall have an increment in your PTE speaking scores. The trick number 18 is about PTE essay feedback. So how to get free feedbacks? Remember, you can try taking the help from ChatGPT. Use a template, fill 5 sentences and then open ChatGPT and type the below. I want you to review the essay by considering grammar errors and spelling errors. Don't check for advanced grammar errors. So if you give this instruction to ChatGPT, trust me, it almost gives you a similar output of what Pearson software would end up giving. Make use of this opportunity. Trick number 19 is about pronunciation. If you think you have pronunciation issues, open the ChatGPT app in the phone, click on the headset button. Speak any read aloud or whatever you want. ChatGPT will transcribe it to a text and just observe if all the words are transcribed perfectly. If ChatGPT is not facing any problem in transcribing your words, then obviously you don't have pronunciation issues. This is the proof whether you have a problem or not. Make sure to use this free tool. The last trick number 20 is to take Pearson official mock before you give the exam. Remember, Pearson official mock test software is the same software that evaluates you in the exam. So here, whatever the score that you get is the true reflection of what you get in the exam. Also, it depends on the question types. 1 or 2 here and there marks can go up and down, but mostly it will be a similar score that you get in the exam as well. So make use of this official mock. You can take as many times as you want. You can record the mock. You can find the correct answers for most of the questions of the official mock from the internet, from YouTube, and try to analyze by using your recording as to where you went wrong, what mistakes you made, each and everything. This is an opportunity given to you by Pearson. Make use of this, and most importantly, it costs 1/6 the money of the main exam. I really hope this 20 tricks in 20 minutes has really given you a lot of insights about the PTE exam. If you think the video was informative, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. Finally, this is Nakul, Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks.